Dr. Sheetal Agarwal. I'm a senior consultant obstetrician gynecologist working with Rosewood Hospital in South Delhi. Today I've come to discuss with you something very important and which we tend to neglect in our day-to-day life, the effect of diet, nutrients, vitamins on our mental health. Now, as you all are aware that a good diet, a good nutritious diet is very important for a healthy body as well as for a healthy mind. But whereas we take our body very seriously, we tend to neglect our mind. So here I have come to tell you that if we include certain vitamins and certain micronutrients in our diet, we can definitely stay away from certain mental disorders like depression, anxiety and other mental disorders. Now, we all are aware that this is a very stressful period that we all are going through. There is loss of employment, loss of jobs, financial stress with this pandemic going on. And again, with all that terror turmoil going around on the world, many of us are going through lots of mental upheavals in our body. So what all we can include in our diet so that we don't tend to fall into that rut of anxiety and depression. So first of all, let's start with vitamin B. Many vitamins are, if we include in our diet, can prevent these mental disorders. But let's start with the first and foremost, vitamin B. Now, vitamin B is a complex nutrient having multiple nutrients like vitamin B1, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin B9, that is folate. I'm going to take particularly vitamin B9, that is folate, and vitamin B12. Now, we all are aware that during our pregnancy, even in preconception period, we advise the woman to take folic acid so as to help in the development of a central nervous system. So, if in our diet, normally also we include vitamin B12 and folate, it will help us in preventing certain mental disorders like chronic depression, anxiety, mood swings, irritability. These both, vitamin B12 and vitamin B6, it helps in the growth of our central nervous system. You are aware that these vitamins helps in the formation of various neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, which are very important for us for the normal functioning of the brain. Conversely, a deficiency of this norepinephrine and serotonin can cause acute depression and anxiety in our body. At the same time, dopamine, which is formed with the help of vitamin B12 and folate, it is a feel-good factor. It is a neurotransmitter which makes us feel good. It gives us a sense of pleasure. It gives us a sense of achievement. It is that neurotransmitter which acts on our neuron reward center. So dopamine is again very important. It helps and we get it if we take adequate amount of vitamin B12 and folate. So your next question will be, what all should we include in our diet so that we have adequate vitamin B12 and folate? So have your diet rich in green leafy vegetables, poultry forms, eggs, dairy products, legumes, nuts. That will give you essential quantity and essential requirement. It will complete your requirement of vitamin B12 and folate. Next we come to vitamin C. Now we all are aware vitamin C is very good for our skin, for our hair. But are you aware that vitamin C also boosts our mental health? It also prevents chronic fatigue in our body. So if your body lacks vitamin C in certain amount, you can have chronic fatigue. It can affect your cognitive motor functions also. So take your diet rich in vitamin C like citrus fruits, again legumes. You can even supplement, you can take vitamin C tablets also, but see to it that your daily requirement should not increase more than 2000 micrograms. You can go for a glass of orange juice that will supplement your daily requirement of vitamin C. Next I come to vitamin D. Now vitamin D is a very important vitamin which we get from sunlight. Are you aware that in certain places where there is lack of sunlight, where there is rainy weather or there is snow for 5 to 6 months or 7 months in a year, the people there are suffering from chronic depression and mood swings? So it is very important that you should include vitamin D in your diet. Either you take supplements of vitamin D, like you should take daily 2000 international units of vitamin D, or weekly 60,000 international units of vitamin D for a minimum of 3 months. If you take adequate vitamin D3, you can, prevent yourself from going into chronic depression, into anxiety, into irritability, mood swings. I remember I had gone to Seattle once, and I saw there everyone is having dogs. Then I asked why most of them are having dogs with them. And then I was told that since there is no sunlight in Seattle for a minimum of 9 months in a year, people tend to go into depression. So they keep dogs with them, which acts as a mood elevators. So I think, okay, that's a good thing you keep dogs, but if you take vitamin D supplements, that will really help you. Now these are the vitamins. Let's come to certain good micronutrients which are good for your mental health. First of all, let's start with zinc. Now zinc is an essential micronutrient which is present in our body, into the body of the various other animals, and it is really very important for our mental health. So see to it that you include zinc in your diet. You can have poultry products, pork, fish, all these things contain adequate amount of zinc, and it really helps you. If along with zinc you take magnesium, it will really do wonders for your body, because magnesium also to some extent prevents PMS in the woman. Premenstrual syndrome in the woman is to some extent prevented by magnesium. So if your diet contains adequate amount of zinc and magnesium, you can not only have a healthy mind and a healthy body, you can prevent yourself from going into depression, into anxiety disorders, into irritability, mood swings. Next important micronutrient in my knowledge is omega-3 fatty acids. Now, are you aware that those countries or those states which consume large amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, the population is generally, a pleasant population, having almost no mental disorders, like you can see in Japan, and you can see on those areas which are in the coastal areas, which are consume large amounts of fish like salmon, sardine, etc. So omega-3 fatty acid also, other than giving you good skin, good complexion, good hair, it can really prevent mental disorders in you. It can prevent to large extent anxiety, depression. So my advice is that include omega-3 fatty acids, and if you do not take fish and other things, you can have supplements of omega-3 fatty acids in the form of capsules and everything. Last but not the least, I was reading somewhere that saffron is also a very important micronutrient which can prevent mental disorders. Saffron is generally, we get it from flowers, Saffron crocus, I think. And this saffron, if we add minute quantities, even 1 or 2 strains of saffron in your diet, it can keep you healthy, not only physically but mentally. It can prevent you from various mental disorders. So though it is slightly expensive, but 1 or 2 strains if you add in your milk or in your curd, or it can really prevent you from so many lots of things. So nutshell, take home message is that yes, these mental disorders, you need proper psychotherapy, you need proper counseling, you need antidepressants and medications for it, but there is nothing like prevention. So if you guys are very conscious about your diet, and you are aware that these things can prevent certain mental disorders, and if you include these vitamins and nutrients in your diet, I'm sure your body will not go up to that stage where you need psychotherapy and certain drugs. Thank you.